Ladies and gentlemen, history does not repeat itself because people are foolish. History repeats itself because patterns are ignored. Every generation believes its money is safe. Every generation believes its currency is permanent. And every generation is shocked, absolutely shocked, when that belief collapses. But here is the truth most people never learn until it's too late. Currency collapses are not accidents. They are not random. They are not unpredictable. They are mechanical failures, and mechanical failures follow patterns. For more than 100 years, whenever a major currency has entered its final phase, the same sequence is played out. The same actors move first. The same decisions are made. And the same people are protected while everyone else pays the price. There is a playbook, and it has only 3 moves, not 5, not 10, 3. And right now, in 2026, those 3 moves are being executed again openly, aggressively, and at a scale never seen in human history. The question is not whether this is happening. The question is whether you will recognize it in time. Let me explain. Every currency collapse begins the same way. The issuing country borrows too much. Deficits stop being temporary and become permanent. Debt grows faster than productivity, and eventually the math breaks. At that moment, creditors realize something uncomfortable. This debt cannot be repaid honestly, so it will be repaid politically through inflation, debasement, and devaluation. Confidence begins to crack, and when confidence goes, capital follows. This is when the first move happens. Move 1, exit. The smartest money exits first, not stocks, not businesses, not real estate, sovereign bonds. Why? Because bonds are promises, and when governments can't keep promises, bonds are the first thing sacrificed. In 1971, France and Germany saw this coming. They converted US dollars into gold before the public understood what Bretton Woods even was. Result: the dollar was devalued overnight. In 1985, George Soros saw the Plaza Accord before it was announced. He exited dollar positions. The dollar fell 50.97. Global hedge funds exited Asian currencies months before collapse. Those currencies lost up to 80%. The pattern is always the same. And today, China has sold hundreds of billions in US Treasuries. Japan is selling. Foreign central banks are selling. This is not normal rebalancing. This is move 1. But exiting bonds creates a new problem, because holding cash in a dying currency is not safety. Cash does not protect you during devaluation. Cash is what gets destroyed. So the second move begins. Move 2, acquisition. When smart money exits paper, it buys reality, land, infrastructure, energy, food, companies that produce things people cannot live without. In the 1970s, oil-rich nations bought real estate across London and America. Those assets tripled while the dollar collapsed. After 1985, Japanese investors bought American landmarks, Rockefeller Center, golf courses, movie studios using a rising yen. After 1997, Western capital bought Asia at fire sale prices. And today, sovereign wealth funds are buying American farmland, ports, data centers, warehouses, infrastructure, not with speculation, with ownership, because land feeds people, infrastructure moves goods, energy powers civilization, and no central bank can print those. This is move 2. But there is one final step. Exiting bonds protects you. Owning real assets preserves you. But move 3 positions you for the future. Move 3, diversification. When one reserve currency fades, another rises. In the 1970s, it was gold and the Swiss franc. In the 1980s, it was the yen and the Deutsche Mark. In the 1990s, it was the dollar and the euro. Today, the world is becoming multipolar. Gold is being accumulated at record levels by central banks. Asian and Middle Eastern nations are settling trade outside the dollar. Alternative payment systems are already live. This is not rebellion. This is preparation. And diversification is not about betting against a country. It's about surviving a transition, because reserve status is never permanent. Now here's the part most people miss. By the time a collapse is obvious, by the time headlines scream crisis, by the time governments reassure, it's already too late. Exits are crowded, assets are expensive, capital controls appear. The moves only work before panic, and that is where we are right now. So what does this mean for you? It does not mean fear, it does not mean panic, and it does not mean prediction, it means awareness. Understanding that long-term bonds suffer first, that real assets preserve purchasing power. That diversification is not optional, it is survival. History does not punish ignorance, it punishes denial. Most people will say, this time is different. They always do. And most people will lose purchasing power quietly year by year without a single dramatic headline. But a small group will recognize the pattern. They always do. And when the dust settles, when the transition is complete, when assets are repriced and a new system emerges, they will still be standing. The playbook is not secret. The moves are visible. The pattern is complete. The only question left is whether you will act before the lesson becomes expensive.